right, here we are, Scott. We can see you, we can hear you. Welcome to the jump seat. How are you today?
Hey, I'm great, guys. Good to hear from you. Welcome to Milledgeville.
Welcome. Well,
Thank
we're
you.
glad to be there, even if it is virtually. So I know it's a beautiful place, and it's a new place, new home for you guys at Fouts Brothers, right?
Absolutely. We had a big year last year. We had a grand opening of our two assembly lines at our LaGrange, Texas facility, and then purchased this 92-acre, 680,000 square foot facility, and now have implemented 4 additional assembly lines here for our fire apparatus division. So it's been a great 12 to 18 months to get this up and running. We're excited to show you guys today.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to be there. And Scott, but maybe before we jump into the line here, give us a little background on Fouts Brothers. I know I mentioned they're 68 years in business. You guys started in 1952.
Correct.
How did this get going? And I know you're multiple generations into this. Give us a little background on the business.
Absolutely. My grandfather started the business with a small Sinclair gas station in 1952, and his career evolved into being a car and a truck dealer. And then that's how we entered into the fire apparatus space. We had a lot of the local departments in and around Atlanta come to us and ask us to build small mini pumpers, and then it turned into tankers. And then by 1990, we're a full-fledged new apparatus manufacturer. So it's been right at 30 years we've been producing our 3,000-gallon tanker on the Kenworth product.
Give us a little rundown. Give us a tour of your facility there, and show us what you guys are made of.
Absolutely. So we're gonna give you we're gonna go down 2 of the 4 assembly lines here in Milledgeville. This is the chassis electrical, and so we see Jalil here. He's actually right now going ahead and wiring up the rear portion of the vehicle. And this is one of the only sections though that we actually do all the preparation inside this station as well. So these guys are just pulling in this chassis as of this afternoon. So they've moved this line forward. They'll move the other one forward in a couple of days. We are running, each line has a 5-day business day cadence. So every 5 days it moves forward. But it's a fun place to work. They're building all the consoles here. This is they have a group that's putting in all the super nodes, doing all the pre-wiring. We've even part of our preparation is we've gotten away recently from just the traditional wiring schematics, and you can see here we've got the class 1 PDM and all of the images to the warning and scene lights. So these guys can not only build it efficiently, but also that we understand exactly what the customer specs are. So that's our hope here, is that all about preparation and getting this line running. So we've got 4 stations. So once we actually finish 1 week, this truck, once we start, so this vehicle that just came in today, in 4 weeks it'll be ready for testing at our test pit, but also delivery in less than 5 weeks. So we're pretty proud of the ability to get that many vehicles out in such a short period of time.
That's actually phenomenal. So I mean, you're actually popping out a vehicle from beginning of the production assembly standpoint in 4 weeks.
That's
fully
correct.
Tested, ready to roll.
Absolutely. So I mean, we contract our bids typically at about 270 days, but our goal is from contract to inspection 180. But the actual assembly process is only about 4.5 to 5 weeks, including testing. So there's a lot of preparation that we're involved in before that happens. I mean, we fabricate the bodies, the subframes, and we paint all of the tanks and pumps. We'll show you that in the next section. But if we prepare these things correctly, we actually can assemble in about 4 weeks.
Wow.
That's actually awesome.
So the
awesome,
3,000 tender is kind of your tanker is kind of the bread and butter. Is that right, Scott?
I mean, that's absolutely what we're known for. I mean, we've got just that standard 3,000-gallon spec. We've got over 1,500 of those running in North America alone.
Wow.
And so that's what we're known for. But we're excited to show you. We actually have a product in the next stage called our Fouts 4. That's our fastest growing product, and it's actually got a Hell pump on it. So we'll tease that and then talk a little bit about this. This is all chassis prep. So you can see here they've already installed the subframe, and so they've got that installed. But they're also making sure that everything that from the Kenworth, from the OEM chassis manufacturer, meets the customer specs. So did the air dryers come in correctly, or the battery packs right, or all of the the frame rails, that we get all of the cross members, so that when we get to the assembly process, we start mounting all of the big components, what we call our big four components, that they fit perfectly. So this is all chassis prep, and these guys spend a week just ensuring that we meet spec and getting this subframe installed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we talk about preparation a lot. This is where it gets fun. So this is the install area, and so this is where it all comes together and it starts looking like a real fire truck. So first and foremost, we've got our pumps here. I'm sure, Dave, you're interested in some good looking pump modules here. So this is we either have Hale modules, or we're building internal pump in our pump division here. We can build our own custom pumps, but you can see they're already prepped. These guys are going through them, making sure that they're spec'd and were built perfectly for the customer before the install. We've also already built all the bodies, so the bodies are completed. We've already got them painted. The AM doors have been installed. We've done all of the Zolatone inside, so this is got all of the holes and wiring prep for all the scene lights and everything. So these guys are ready to turn it into a fire truck. Perfect timing, right? We didn't plan this or anything, and so now they're installing
Wow.
the 3,000 gallon tank here, and hopefully we won't have a safety issue while we're live on TV. But they're going to turn this thing into a fire truck this afternoon. But I tell you what we want to show you. This is our Fouts 4. The 4 being an acronym for the First Out Utility Rescue. So this is a Hale DSD 1500 GPM pump with foam. And we're moving a lot of this product. And so, like you said, Fouts Brothers it's got a great brand name, and in the industry, we're known for that 3,000 and 2,000 gallon tanker. But it's been we launched this as a standard product just about 2 years ago. And Dave, I know you and I hosted a chief roundtable probably 5 years ago, and they predicted that these were the products that were going to change the industry and how some of the stuff was done. And we can tell you that that's absolutely true based on our recent sales and movement of these products.
Wow.
We do have, Ford has been great. We're all trying to live in the new normal and deal with the COVID crisis. But Ford understands the emergency services need these vehicles, and it's been a great OEM chassis partner. We've got plenty of these chassis, not only on the ground, but on the way. So we're excited that we won't see any disruption from a supply chain perspective on this one, nor I should say that that's another thing that's been great in our industry, and in comparison to some of the commercial partners that we have to work with, is that all of our current strategic partners have been up and running and have been blessed with a lot of good health. And so we have not had to delay or shut down any of our fire apparatus lines at this time.
That's great. And
No,
Scott, maybe I missed it. It's a smaller screen here, but as far as on those modules, are those what's the dimensions on most of those that you guys are ordering on those 550s?
Those are 20. They're 24 inches.
24.
Yeah, they're 24.
Okay.
That's the challenge on this product. Custom, what we call a modified piece for years, but you just can't get the storage needed in this product without getting it down to 24 inches. And so it's packed in there tight, but they're working well out on the street. The things that we heard is don't call it a pumper. Don't call it a pumper. I think that was one of the roundtable things that we took away. So it's a first out utility rescue. We want these guys to use it more as a rescue. They don't want anybody to think we're replacing this with their custom pumpers, which we definitely aren't. This is a great new utility, I think, for the fire service. And so far, it's our fastest growing product we have in our portfolio today. So once they get it finished, guys, they get these tanks mounted. We're ready to, from a mechanical perspective, to have the truck up and running. So by the time it leaves this station in its third week, it's ready to be a fire truck, and all the pump tank and all the mechanical pieces are ready to go. And then the final stage is where we make all the fun stuff. This is where everybody wants to go and play, right? This is where all the lights and sirens and everything that you want to turn a fire truck into. This is where we're doing all the testing, putting all the safety measures here. I think Will Pilcher's we're trying to get this one finished this afternoon. This one's supposed to roll off, so he's doing the ESP programming right now and getting this thing finished. So we're within an hour or so of taking this outside, and it'll first thing on Monday morning be out at the test pit, being tested and getting ready for delivery.
How awesome!
Yeah.
Beautiful looking
Absolutely.
truck right there, Scott.
Yeah, this has been our bread and butter, like I said, for 30 years, and obviously made modifications over the year for improvements, but where the safety on these vehicles have just continued to get better. The traction control with the KW, the subframe. I mean, it really has a lot of technology on it. Multiplexing and other things that we can make sure. We had a fire chief here actually just yesterday, and he was taking out a 25-year-old tanker, and he was saying that how the safety measures that are on these today in comparison to what they were 25 years ago. He just says that he's excited to be able to get a new one in there and not have some security concerns that we may have had in the years past, so safety concerns. So this is it. This is the Fouts Brothers 3. This is the workhorse of the industry, guys. This is what we are known for. So these are 4 units that are set to roll out on next week. And so we're waiting for the customers to come in and do final inspections, and these guys will be fighting fires here in just a matter of days.
Wow.
Scott, I can't say enough about it, and that 3,000 gallon trusted workhorse right there behind you, I think is a great testament to your success in building tankers and then diversifying into other apparatus over the years. So you mentioned before you had how many out there?
Right now, prepped and ready for inspection, we got 4, and hopefully here in about an hour we'll have the 5th one. So yeah.
No, but you said I think you said a number. Maybe was there 1,500 existing tankers that you guys have built in service today?
Yeah, over 1,500 3,000 gallon tankers.
Yeah, so those folks that are listening today that may not have ever heard of Fouts Brothers before, I mean, they didn't just start building trucks yesterday. As Scott mentioned, over 30 years in production, 68 years in business. That's a great testament to the foundation that your grandfather years ago to get this business up and running. And it's quite the facility. I'm glad you're able to bring us in here. Scott, if I want to know more about Fouts Brothers or where to go find an apparatus, how do I get information on that?
Foutsfire.com, and we always say go to the recent deliveries and get lost. Go in there and find the vehicle and search for your state, your area, and call the fire chiefs. We encourage everybody to call people that have used our product, and it's closer to home the better, it seems.